salty cheeks. It's not a cute look getting kicked out of the bar when you're no longer 19. Still acting like a child, feeling like nobody gets it. I always start these fights, don't hate my gut.
Hey guys, welcome back to my channel, or welcome for those of you that are new here. My name is Ashley. I am a stay-at-home mom. I love to create content on my channel about homemaking and lifestyle. So if those are some topics that you're interested in, then I would love for you to hit that subscribe button if you haven't done so already. In today's video, I am taking you along. I am decluttering and cleaning my whole kitchen. So this is a little bit of the aftermath. I think this was on Tuesday. I filmed all of these clips from Monday to Friday, so just like a regular week as a stay-at-home mom. But of course, a lot of work was done during nap time and in between throughout the days. This pile right here that we just passed on my peninsula is everything that I'm actually moving down to our basement. This pile that I'm showing you guys is everything that I'm donating, but I realized actually it reached a point that I basically went mad. I had to just take everything apart. I'm going to insert some clips for you guys, actual pictures that I sent my mom in about a second where you can see. Monday, look at that sunlight. We haven't seen sunlight in a couple days here in Mass, but it's coming back tomorrow, so that's exciting. But I just started purging, trashing between the kitchen, the toy room, and the basement. I just reached a point where I had enough. And we are usually pretty cleanly people. This is after like the decluttering. So these two cabinets that I'm showing you are final products, and they are so much more breathable. I apologize, I don't have the before clips. I do have some before clips, but for these videos, for these cabinets, I don't. But before, this cabinet right here was overflowing with my daughter's water bottles, her stainless steel cups with straws and caps. Like, I did not even want to empty the dishwasher because nothing was fitting. Nothing was fitting in this cabinet. So I feel it's only been a couple days as I'm still kind of going through the kitchen and recording and editing this video. I feel so much lighter and happier in my kitchen space. I'm so excited for fall to be coming, to start decorating, and now the kitchen is clean and organized, and we're going to kind of continue to work on it together throughout this video. These drawers here, the night before went through, wiped them down. Same with the Lazy Susan and this cabinet to the right. I did end up moving that sugar and flour to these larger cabinets down bottom, but basically I want everything to be functional in my kitchen. So I reached a point, and if you're at that point too, then let's declutter together. One decluttering tip as we enter my Monica closet, ta-da, my Monica cabinet, I should say, if you watch Friends. One tip that I have is when you're reorganizing a space, I would really think about if you're going to be able to keep up with this and maintain it, because that cabinet I just showed you, I actually cleaned that out probably 2 weeks ago, and it is already jam-packed. So I think that was also where I was kind of reaching this point where I need everything in our house to have a home, and if it doesn't have a home, or if it's in question, or we may use it, or we kind of like it, or might use it down the line, I'm done. It's out. Like, it's gotta go. So I don't know what has gotten into me, but I feel like I am in nesting mode, except I'm not pregnant, basically. So obviously, like with my daughter, I full on nested our whole first home, but that's just how I feel right now. I just very much feel like I only want to keep items in my home that I love and my family loves and that we use. And like, eventually, I know I'm cutting on a plastic cutting board, and we have a ton of plastic in our kitchen. Like, as I was going through that, my mom brain was just jumping from one thing to the next. But Rome wasn't built in a day. And I really feel like decluttering and cleaning and taking care of your home and the things that you own, I think they go very well and hand in hand with intentional living, which also to me is like intentional shopping, right? So as I was going through the kitchen, I also was just making lists of things that I've had on my mind for a while. Like, I'd love to get some non-toxic bowls and plates for my daughter. I'd also love to get a wood cutting board, but I also need to do a little bit of research and see what ones work well, make sure that I know how to maintain them, because if we're gonna spend the money on it, especially like if my husband works overtime, I really want that money to go towards like a good cause for our family and our home. And I want to make sure that it's not going to end up in a pile. Like I always am so intentional about like, I don't want things to end up always going to the thrift store, because I just see like dollar signs walking out when I get rid of stuff. So I don't know if that makes sense, but I just like to be really intentional with things like that in our home. Okay, shifting gears a little bit here. I wanted to incorporate this in my video. It's great, especially because in New England, we've been having crisp 60-degree weather this week. So I am like ready for fall, you guys. I was actually cold today. I was cold the other day. I was like, oh my gosh, all I have are like tank tops and shorts out right now. Like I need to reach for the top of my dresser, or not my dresser, the top of my closet for some sweatpants and like a sweatshirt. But anyway, this is a really delicious recipe, and especially as we're entering the fall months, if you're interested, you can take a screenshot below. It's this turkey and sweet potato chili. I did get this from my anti-inflammatory book that I shared with you guys in my last video, my last weekend reset. So good. I would highly, highly recommend. It was so delicious. I just want to remind you guys that are watching this, and even a reminder to myself as I'm looking back and doing this voiceover, that you need to really just be so much kinder to yourself. And I added a little like text box that will come up a little bit later when I show you guys everything that I did accomplish in the kitchen. But I think we just need to be kinder to ourselves, because on this day, I filmed this on Thursday, and I kind of talked to you guys about how it just like wasn't the greatest day. Like something just like kind of fell off, and it was just one of those days where like one thing after the next, like it just wasn't going your way. And it's not a big deal. It's really like in the grand scheme of things, it's not. But sometimes like, I don't know, especially being a woman when you're like hormonal too. Like I hate to say it, but like it's so true. You're just kind of like, oh my goodness, like you're over it. But where was I even going with this? Oh, it's to give yourself grace, because I started this project on Monday this week, and I was a tank on Monday. I did so much on Monday to the point that like this week has been a blur, and I feel like I slowly was just starting to decline. Like, you know, when you start a big project and then all of a sudden you start to lose momentum and you're like, oh my God, I started this. That's kind of how I was feeling as the week was progressing, but we made it through. I'm so happy with the outcome. And I just wanted to say to be kind and gentle with yourself, because I especially think that as moms, we put so much pressure on ourselves. I don't know about you guys. I know like I do. I put a lot of pressure on myself that sometimes I have to almost like take a step outside of my own body and be like, wait a minute. Like even coming back and watching this video, I'm like, no, like you're being silly for being so hard on yourself. So I just wanted to put that little reminder out there, because I know that there's so much that we do manage as moms. I feel like that mental load is so real. So if you are listening to this, just know that whatever you're doing this week, whether you're getting a lot done or whether you're getting rest in for yourself and having a slower day, morning, whatever that may be, it's all worth it, and you deserve that. Like you need to take care of yourself. And if you take care of yourself, it's going to benefit you and your family. Okay, I have the remainder of my pumpkin spice latte in my hand. She's almost gone. If you haven't gone to Dunks already, they do have their pumpkin spice lattes. I originally wanted to show you guys an entire kitchen clean, declutter, organized video, but I will be honest, I started filming this on Monday and it's currently Thursday, and total transparency, today has just been one of those days where no matter what, just everything seems to be going wrong. And I feel like it's one of those days that only like a cat nap or maybe some rest could kind of like help to save. I don't know, Aunt Flo's coming, and I've tried to do different things with this video, but I've also just tried to say like I'm gonna scrap it, but I really just want to continue to be consistent on YouTube. So I want to be transparent with you guys and just let you know I didn't do an entire clean and declutter of this kitchen, but I will show you everything that I did accomplish this week. And I do have a pumpkin candle. Sorry, the lighting's probably so rough. The weather is just so crazy. It's like raining and cloudy one minute, and now the sun is out, which I'm so happy about. But I have this candle lit. I got it at Marshall's. And then I need to go through my fall bins to see if I have any other candles, because I might. I'm gonna pop this in the fridge while I just do my video for you guys. Oops. Okay, so let me just show you guys what I was able to accomplish. I did share that I organized this cabinet, and this is just real life social media. So the kitchen looks great, but everything else. So a lot more breathable. Down here, I put our flour, sugar, trash bags, my husband's lunch boxes. I just think these are so much easier to just grab. We made banana bread twice this week, and oh, my daughter might have put that there, but I put our larger pan in our Dutch oven here with these lids that we rarely ever use, and the strainers I'm constantly reaching for. So I wanted those to be easily accessible. Before, honestly, if you go to like an old video of mine, it might be like this. I had these strainers back there, and then in front of them I had our utensils, and then I had all the pots and pans down here, and it wasn't working. So far so good. I've been liking that change. These cabinets, so this cabinet and this cabinet, I basically unintentionally swapped these cabinets. So the cabinet over here to the right originally had two shelves. And this one originally had one, but because because this is such an old kitchen, I had to do a makeshift little situation with a thumbtack, because these are 20 years old and some of them are just so broken. I'm sure you can get some on Amazon, but it's fine. I don't know. The thumbtack works for now as long as the mugs don't go flying, but we'll see. But basically, this is just a lot more organized and breathable. I feel like I'm not shoving stuff in here. Before we had all of these with our mugs, and I was like stacking Stanley cups and mugs over here. These cups used to be in here. I'll show you that in a minute. I put all of the little lids, the straws, so it's all very accessible. Let's see, so all of our mugs. And then same thing, I just moved my daughter's water bottles up to where we keep our water bottles. It makes the most sense. I went through, I didn't film this the other day, but I got rid of any extra little blue kind of caps. So I'm only keeping what we have. This is what I mean about plastic that I eventually want to transition, but it takes time. So like that. These strainers, I can thrift or buy something at Marshall's. I just have to make a list and then factor it in the budget. So this has already been so much better, you guys. Okay, and then here, could you imagine my daughter's water bottles in here? Oh, I'm like, there's a dish in the dishwasher that I keep up there. A large Pyrex bowl for mixing and baking, but so much easier. I'm not dreading taking dishes out of the dishwasher anymore. I'm trying to think. I think you guys saw in like a previous clip where I had wiped down in here. This is just pretty standard. I mean, nothing crazy in here, but wiped everything down. And then in here is stuff that we still use in the kitchen. It's just not as frequently. So I put that down there. Oh, I also put our pots and pans, the small ones, the ones that we use every day, in the Lazy Susan. It's just so much easier. And then we do use our toaster and our hand mixer. So like, I want things that we're gonna use accessible. Everything else can go in the basement. It doesn't matter, honestly. You guys saw me organize this drawer. This makes so much more sense. We have our cutting boards and one of those little like cheese grater things back there, and then all of our utensils right here. So when I'm cooking, I don't have to go, not that it's like a big inconvenience, but it didn't make sense like halfway through the kitchen, or on the other side of the kitchen, I should say, to grab them, because I literally had them in here and I couldn't stand it anymore. So this makes more sense. Eventually, I am trying to just find like stainless steel replacements for these because we've had these forever. So that is basically it. I did go through another thing. I did vacuum and like wipe up Lysol in here, and then anything like we weren't using, I think a cupcake tin, I just brought it downstairs because I don't use it that frequently, honestly. So I still can use it, it's just in the basement, but like I don't need it taking up space in our kitchen. I think that is mostly, oh, well, I did show you guys, this is always good to just wipe through. Let me know in terms of utensils, do you guys, I think these, I don't know what, these are from my sister, my parents' house originally. I was like, do we need new utensils one day? But I know these are like old and like, I mean, they're fine. I feel like they're pretty sturdy. I feel like if I get a new pair at Target or something, they're gonna chip right away. So that's what I mean about doing research. Like I don't want to buy stuff that's gonna be bad quality. Like I know that these are older, but I think my sister gave these to us. So maybe we've had these for like 6 or 7 years maybe. We've had these since the old house. And okay, if you guys have a junk drawer, I would recommend just going through it, because this is another kind of like Monica closet junk drawer situation that we have, and it took me and my husband, I think, all of less than 5 minutes to go through this. So I just feel like everything is a lot better so far. So we have done a lot. I didn't have a chance yet to go in here and wipe things down. It's not too bad, but I do want to move maybe like some of these up here. I want to move my planner over there. Maybe just kind of like a couple of these bowls. We use these all the time. Maybe move some of the bigger ones up here just so it's a little bit more functional. So let me know, comment down below if you would like a kitchen like clean and organized part 2, because I have to go through that. This isn't too bad, I don't think. No, because I'm keeping up with stuff in here for groceries and cooking and everything. I would like to kind of reorganize down here. So let me know if you guys would like to see a part 2 of like a kitchen clean, organized, declutter. I mean, that's most of it. I go through these pretty frequently because we're constantly cooking, baking, and using spices. And then I went through this not long ago, but she's getting a little cluttered. So not horrible, but hey guys. And then I did a quick little spruce in there. So I feel like we got through a really good chunk of the kitchen. It took us 4 days, but that's fine. I feel like that's practical, and I'd rather be honest with you guys instead of being like, oh, I did it all in one day. Like, if there is a chance I can do it in one day, like sure, but it's a lot. So that is my kitchen clean and declutter with me. We can call this a part 1. If you guys want to see a part 2, comment down below. I also could just do like a part 2 clean and declutter with me and do like some of the kitchen that's left, which isn't much, maybe like under the sink, and like I don't even think I'm going to declutter stuff in there, to be honest. And then I can do a lot of decluttering upstairs. So let me know if that's something that you guys would be interested in.